Heroes, the most important part of any attack. And at TH13, it is almost impossible to 3-star without using them. But we usually don't upgrade them altogether, and put them down 1 or 2 at the time. That's why I will show you 3 strategies using 2 different heroes in each of them, and 1 strategy without using any hero at all. So you can keep getting those 3 stars while the heroes are down for upgrade. Alright, let's dive into it without wasting your precious time. At number 4, we have the Super Archer Blimp Hydra attack strategy. We will use the King and Warden in this one. This is the general army composition. Make small changes according to the target base. And these are the hero equipments we will be using for the strategy. Now, we usually take down a big chunk of the base along with the Town Hall with the Super Archer Blimp. After that, the heroes will cut the ring of defenses and set up the pathing for the Hydra to cruise through the remaining base. But since we are not using the Queen and RC, we will only use the King to set up the narrow path for dragons and dragon riders. Rest of the process remains same. So here on this base, we will land our blimp on top of this air defense, so the clone super archers out of it can take down all these things. Out of them, these are the main targets. After the blimp part, we will send in our king to take down all these things. He will get great value with boots and ball combo and create this perfect L-shaped path for the Hydra. They will move like this. Electro Dragon will keep them centered, and we will use the Warden ability to get through the enemy CC and core defenses. That's the plan. Let's do the attack now. Alright, let's start with the blimp. Always deploy the Lava Hound in front to tank the defenses and trigger the possible traps. It will make sure the blimp safely reaches the target location. Once it gets to the location, deploy 1 invisibility first, then manually open the blimp and use both clone spells, then drop the rage and remaining invisibility spells every 4 seconds. The trick is to make the super archers invisible while keeping the target defenses exposed. Don't let them take a single shot, or else the super archers will be gone in no time, especially those scatter shots. Alright, they took down everything in that area. Now let's deploy the king as we planned earlier. I'm using the ice golem with him as I always do. Now, even though this base has open walls, but I still brought the wall breaker, just in case. Alright, let's start with the Hydra as time is running out. First deploy the dragons to clear outside buildings, then the Warden and Dragon Riders for the maximum efficiency. Also, don't forget the Electro on the outside. Now you can only use the dragons in this one, but they have high tendency to go outside of the base even with tight funnel. That's why it is recommended to use Dragon Riders along with them, as they only target the defenses and stay centralized. At the same time, we need enough dragons to handle the enemy CC and heroes as well. So we have to find a perfect balance between them. Look at the value we got from the King ability. Alright, there is nothing left to do here. We have so many troops still left to overwhelm the remaining defenses. So let's finish this up and move to the next attack. I will not use the King in RC in that, so don't miss out. At number 3, we have the Queen Charge Dragon Rider attack strategy. We will use the Queen and Warden this time. This is the general army composition. Make adjustments according to the target base. And these are the ideal hero equipments for this strategy. You can also use the invisibility vial if you don't have high-level magic mirror. Now we usually do an extensive queen charge to take down the enemy CC along with one of the enemy queen or RC. The second objective is to create a narrow pathing for the dragon riders, so they can fly through the remaining base afterwards. King and RC doesn't have any significance into this strategy, so it will work fine without them. Now here on this base, we will charge our queen into this eagle compartment. She will take down all these things, but out of them the enemy CC and RC are our main targets. We will support her with the rage and freeze spells, and jump spell here will give her access to the backside. She will also create this straight path for the dragon riders. They will move like this. Since we are not getting the town hall with the queen, we will use the Yeti blimp protected by Warden ability to take it down. We will also send in few headhunters under Warden ability to eliminate the enemy queen nice and early. And with all the major threats already gone, dragon riders will easily sweep through the remaining base. Simple plan. Now let's execute it. Alright, let's start with deploying the queen. Coco Loon ahead of the healers to search for the black mines as usual. Now I am using the sneaky goblins and baby dragon for funneling, but you can also use only baby dragons, wizards, or even the king if you have him available. Take a note that we are using only 4 healers to get more firepower with dragon riders, so we have to support the queen with spells whenever she is taking heavy damage to avoid losing her early in the attack. The frozen arrow on her comes very handy against hard-hitting defenses and defensive heroes with the slowdown effect. Remember, the rage spell is mainly for the healers and not the queen, as it increases their healing output significantly. But try to cover both of them like this for maximum efficiency. Alright, she is moving into the enemy CC range, so let's be ready with the spells. This is by far the hardest CC for queen charge attacks, so we have to use the freeze along with the poison spell. Use poison on the super minions and freeze the headhunters to easily get through. Also, don't forget to fight the CC troops under rage spell, or the queen will get overwhelmed by all the incoming damage. Alright, the dragon riders are out now. Battle blimp for the town hall and headhunters for the enemy queen, both protected by warden ability as we planned earlier. Yetis out of the blimp will also take down nearby defenses along with the town hall with the help of the rage spell, which is always a great value. But they might fall short without the rage, so always use the rage spell whenever you are using Yeti blimp for guaranteed town hall takedown. Now you can also use the hybrid or Lalo as a follow-up to the queen charge, but I like to use dragon riders as they are way easier and require no spell support. All you have to do is spam them and time the warden ability correctly for headhunters and blimp. And it's done. Alright, up next is the strategy without the warden and RC, so don't click away now. At number 2, we have the Super Witch Smash Attack strategy. We will use the king and queen in this one. This is the basic army composition. Make necessary changes according to the target base. And these are the best hero equipments for this strategy. You can also use the giant gauntlet if you don't have a high-level spiky ball. Now, if we don't have the warden, then we have to go with tanky troops that can survive the eagle strikes and don't need the warden ability to get through the town hall. Out of all, super witches would be the perfect option, since we use the warden with them only for the funneling purposes with that fireball. So if we manages to create the funnel with using the zaps, then we don't need the warden at all. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So first, we will zap out this expo along with the Inferno and Warden statue to create the funnel point. After the zaps, we will use a Yeti with some wizards to complete the funnel. and with no Expo on this side, we will use the Flame Flinger here to take down all these things with main target being the Eagle. On the other side, Super Witches with King and Queen will follow this narrow path towards the Town Hall. We will use the King ability to open the Town Hall compartment, and Queen ability in the later stages will reinforce us with the clones and extra healers to get through the back end. Jump spell here will give us access to the whole base, and we will use Rage spell for the Town Hall takedown. You understood the plan? Now let's make it happen. Alright, let's start with the zaps. Notice how I place them in between to hit all the target defenses. It takes 6 lightning with Earthquake spell to take down an Expo or the Scatter Shot, and 5 lightning for the Infernos and defending heroes. The Yeti will complete the funnel as we planned earlier. Now this strategy has time issues, so we have to move quickly to avoid potential time fails. The Flame Flinger itself is pretty slow, so it is always recommended to deploy it first in the attack. Everything looks fine on this side, so let's move to the other side and deploy the main army. Alright, the Super Witches and the heroes are out now. I always throw in an Ice Golem with them, for a little bit of tanking and extra freeze spell afterwards. Enemy CC is never an issue with this strategy. Super Witches can handle any CC with the help of a poison spell. One important thing is to preserve the King ability and use it at the right time. We don't want it to be forced too early in the attack, or else the intended walls won't be opened. So use the freeze spell if needed to hold the King ability for the right moment. Now let me be clear, even though we are using 2 heroes in each of these attacks, it is still incredibly hard to get 3 stars without all the heroes. And you won't be getting 3 stars in every single attack as well. In fact, it took me like hundreds of attempts to get these clips, but these are the strategies that gives you the best chances at getting the triples when upgrading the heroes. Also, I am not using the RC in any of these attacks. Because first, RC is the least important hero at TH13 and doesn't play any significance in most of the attack. And second, we have to upgrade her for 25 levels at TH13, so she won't be available most of the time. Alright, up next is the attack without using any hero, so don't click away now. At number 1 we have the Super Archer Blimp Lalo attack strategy. No heroes this time. This is the general army composition. Make necessary changes according to the target base. No heroes, so no equipments this time. Now the only way to 3-star at TH13 without heroes is to use a Super Archer Blimp or a Blizzard attack, with Super Archers being a better option. We can follow up with either Lalo or Hydra. Usually Lalo is great if the base has single Infernos and we get defensive Queen and RC with Super Archers. And Hydra or even Electro on compact base works great if we have multi-Infernos and take down 2 or 3 air defenses with Super Archers. Since this base has all the single Infernos, we will go with the Lalo in this one. So here on this base, we will try to land our Blimp on top of the CC to take down all these things with the cloned Super Archers. Out of them, these are the main targets. We might not get both the Queen and RC in this one, but we can work with that. After the Blimp part, we will do a Surgical Lalo to wrap around the remaining base. I will use the Ice Hound to get the extra freezes, and sneak in few Headhunters to take advantage of that freeze and knock out enemy heroes. Enough planning. Let's do the attack now. Alright, let's start with the Blimp drop. I used a regular Lava Hound to escort the Blimp to save up some camp space, but you can use the Ice Hound if you want. The Blimp part remains exactly the same as we did in the first attack. Remember, without heroes, we want to take down both the Town Hall and CC with Super Archers to have any chances at the 3 stars. But here, we are also getting all other major defenses along with them. And that is the main reason we managed to pull off a triple in this attack. But usually, Super Archer Blimp is a very solid option to get at least 2 stars without using any heroes. All you have to do is practice and master the blimp drop. I will upload the dedicated full guide on all of these attacks in near future. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to not miss out on them. So these are the top 4 best attack strategy you can use while upgrading the heroes. I hope you found it helpful. And if you want to learn more exciting TH13 attack strategies, then check out my Town Hall 13 playlist. I will see you there.